Good morning at 4:37. Time for farm news. A snapshot now of the U.S. ag economy based on tractor sales. Sale of all tractors in the U.S. for January up 6% from last year. According to the Association of Equipment Manufacturers, two-wheel drive tractors under 40 horsepower were up 18% from last year. 100-plus horsepower tractors were down 6%. Four-wheel drive tractor sales were down 65%. Combine sales down 47% for the month. Only sold 346 combines in January. Sugar beet growers are expecting reduced profitability for the second year in a row. Most farmers looking at ways to trim expenses as nearly all crops are barely showing a profit. Weeds resistant to glyphosate are becoming more prevalent in Roundup-ready sugar beets.
The challenge is they may have to spend more money in weed control in the short term. We have some resistant weeds starting to pop up. And I think because of those weeds, the programs that they've been using, they're going to probably have to augment with other herbicides. And that's going to cost more money. So while the net might be to manage expenses, at least in the area of weed control, we're going to have to spend a little more money.
This week's sugar beet grower meetings are wrapping up today in Wahpeton, and beet farmers are getting to know a new University of Minnesota Crookston sugar beet pathologist. Ashok Chanda says his research this summer will focus on sugar beet root diseases.
We have two major problems, mostly pertaining to the sugar beet roots again. One is Aphanomyces. It's been in the valley since the 80s, so since the time we are growing sugar beets. And also the other major disease is Rhizoctonia. So even in the 2014 grower survey, these are the two top pathogens that are actually causing much damage to the sugar beet. So most of my research efforts will be on Aphanomyces and Rhizoctonia.
Chanda is based at the University of Minnesota Extension's Northwest Research and Outreach Center in Crookston. By the year 2050, the United Nations Food and Ag Organization predicts this planet will be packed with over 9 billion people. The FAO is concerned with how we're going to feed everybody, and it has commissioned a lot of studies on where are we going to get the protein from. 1,900 species of insects are edible, and the list is growing. But reporter Carol Hunnis is going to start us off easy with cricket flour.
When you first walk into this kitchen commissary in Salt Lake City, it looks like a normal kitchen with normal ingredients on the shelves. And then you find some not so normal things. Meet Pat Crowley.
When we make the flour out of the cricket,
You heard right.
this is our flour.
Oh, it looks kind of like brown sugar.
Why would anyone consider substituting wheat flour for ground up crickets?
The cricket flour is about twice the protein content of beef. So you have to eat about half the weight of beef to get the same protein content.
3 ounces.
So 3 ounces of the cricket flour equals about a 6-ounce steak.
The new company is called Chapul.
It's an Aztec word. Nahuatl is the language of the Aztecs, and it means cricket or grasshopper.
The Aztecs would gather them, dry them in the sun, like Crowley dries them in the convection oven, and then grind them into flour.
It's higher protein than like a whey protein or soy protein, and it's actually much more digestible.
But the main reason to consider using cricket flour, the future. Finding an efficient, environmentally friendly way to feed 9 billion people.
And that's one of the best things about them from an agricultural perspective is they just grow so rapidly.
How long from birth to market size?
Yeah, about 5 weeks.
Takes a cow about 2 years. That's a lot of feed and water for half the protein provided by cricket flour.
It's amazing how efficient they are at converting that feed into edible, healthy protein.
Crowley is right on the cusp of mass marketing cricket flour to cook with.
Zucchini bread.
And these high energy bars made with cricket flour can already be found at Nature's Grocer.
Everyone should be eating it, that's right.
Mark Cuban from Shark Tank is already on board. You just have to get past the ick factor.
Some people make a funny looking face, and so if you can get over that, then if you can look at it logically, scientifically, nutritionally, environmentally, it just makes all the sense in the world.
This bar is Crowley's favorite. Chocolate, coffee, and cricket flour with a hint of cayenne pepper.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. Not granola. It doesn't taste
no.
like granola, but like a kind of like a chewy brownie in a little denser form.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I just got the cayenne.
Yeah, doesn't it come in way at the end there?
Waits a second and goes, hello.
Yeah.
I don't know, the Cricket flour products are only 230 calories, $3.50 a bar. Got to be a better way. North Dakota now ranks 4th in the U.S. for soybean acreage. That should bring out more soybean farmers to next Tuesday's Northern Soybean Expo. Although the list of speakers may not be household names, the Soybean Council has found some dynamic presenters with powerful messages.
We're kicking it off with Todd Buchholz, who's an international economist, and he's going to talk about what's happening with the economy in the United States as well as globally, and break that down in terms of what it means for North Dakota and agriculture in particular. He was the manager of the Tiger Hedge Fund at one time and worked under former President George H.W. Bush and taught economics at Harvard. So very impressive credentials, and he's got a very dynamic delivery, so I think people will really enjoy what he has to say.
Also presenting, market analyst Jerry Gulke and the founder of Greenpeace, who's now an advocate for agriculture. Time is 4:43. Right after the break, we're coming back, checking on the approach of another cold front. Farming forecast right after the break.